Okay. Let's begin. We've been doing the circles chapter, and till in the last sessions, we saw various parts of the circle, various elements in a circle, what all is there in a circle, what all part it has, and when we saw about radius and diameter, what's the radius of the circle, what's the diameter, how do we calculate the radius and the diameter, we learned about that. Today, we will learn how to draw a circle using a given diameter or using a given radius. Okay. Now, suppose I am given the radius of a circle. Suppose my question is draw a circle with radius 4 centimeter.
Ma'am, could I
Yes.
say something probably how to draw the circle?
Yes, Dara.
You'd have to put I think the compass to the compass's points to the scale of what radius you have to draw. Then with the pencil you have to draw it then.
Yes, that's right. Okay. So, the first step is you can draw with me. Draw a line segment of 4 centimeters.
Ma'am?
Draw a line of 4 centimeters. Yes, Edric.
Okay. So when is the chapter 7 test?
When is the chapter 7 test? I'll let you know, okay?
But I said this week, no?
This week. I think if we'll be having it this week, we can plan this Friday.
Try Thursday or Wednesday or something.
No, because others are having science test on Tuesday tomorrow. So
So
we'll be
Thursday.
having
Try
this.
Thursday.
No, probably it will be a Friday. Draw a line segment 4 centimeter. Okay, mark 2 points. You can name it. Mark the 2 points, let's say A and B. Okay. Now take your compass. Okay, take your compass. Put the pointed end on A. Okay, put the pointed part of the compass on A and your pencil on B. Okay, or just measure with your compass 4 centimeter from the scale. Okay, you can do any of it. Either you can put your compass on A, okay, the pointed part on A and the pencil on B, or either you can measure that 4 centimeter directly on the compass using the scale. Okay, done. Now, now put the pointed part of the compass on A. Okay, now your compass is of the radii 4 centimeter. Okay, your compass is the radii 4 centimeter. Okay, so put the pointed portion on A and start drawing a circle. Okay, it will go like this. Move the pencil in a circular motion. Okay, and cover the whole distance. Make a circle. Just let me know once you are done doing till here.
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Simeon done?
Yes.
Okay. Abraham? Finished?
I think AB's network is not that great.
Yeah, he just left. I think that too. Okay. So this is how we'll get a circle of a given radius. Okay. Now if you measure AB, just measure AB with scale.
Ma'am, how much do you say?
Just measure AB with scale. Hope you all are getting 4 centimeter. Now measure this whole line. Okay, let's name this C. Measure CB with your scale. It should come to 8 centimeter.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Abraham, they measured AB, which should be exactly 4 centimeter. We
Yes.
extended the line. Yeah, we extended the line AB to the C point. Okay, so the CB is your diameter now, which should measure the double of your radius. Okay, that is 8 centimeter. Measure it and see if you are getting 4 centimeter the radius and 8 centimeter diameter. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I'm getting 4 centimeters.
Okay, Abraham, can you repeat that? I was not able to hear it.
Ma'am, somebody turn on my camera. I'm getting logged out of the meeting.
Okay, it's okay, Abraham. If you're having network problem, you can keep the camera turned on. Okay. Okay. So we'll move on to the next question. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Draw a circle. Draw a circle with a diameter 10 centimeters. Okay. Now, in this question, first you have to calculate the radius and then you will draw the circle. Okay, method is the same, but first we'll calculate the radius and then with that radius we'll draw. Okay. So what is radius?
5 cm.
Half of a diameter.
Diameter upon 2, half of a diameter. So it will be 10 by 2, that is 5. Now with this 5 centimeter, we will make a circle. Draw a line segment, 5 centimeter.
Ma'am, why do you draw a line segment?
Using the scale, Abraham. Use the scale directly, okay? And with the scale, you draw a 5 centimeter line, basically. Okay, it's a line.
Ma'am, why can you not just use the scale directly?
Can you repeat?
Why can we not use the scale directly?
Why do we use the scale directly? We are using the scale directly, right? To draw this line, we are using the scale directly. Okay.
Why don't we not put the compass on the scale and measure?
Why don't we put the compass on the scale? I said you can do either. Okay.
Okay.
You can put the compass on the scale also. You can put the compass on the line also. Both is fine. Okay. Until you are getting the measure correct, okay, you can use any. Now measure your compass to the radii 5 centimeter. Okay. Open your compass to the radii 5 centimeter. Put the pointed part on A point. Then, with the compass extended to 5 centimeter, draw a circle.
Done, ma'am.
Then, now extend the radius to touch the circumference of the circle. And mark it 10 centimeter.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, so radius equals to, we have AB, that is 5 centimeter, and diameter CB, we have 10 centimeter.
Ma'am, when we have to draw a circle, ma'am, you will never have a radius bigger than 12 or 13.
12 or 13. If we have 12, you can, okay, radius 12 or 13. Abraham, usually that bigger radius is not given to you in the exam, okay?
Up to
That
right?
radius 12 centimeter, that much is not given usually, okay? The radius will be only in the length that the compass can be extended, okay? Not more than that, all right? And even not that more. Diameter can be given to you 12 or 13 or 14. So you can make it divided by 2, you can make it a half and find the radius and then make the circle. Okay, but radius will not be given that much.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Hope this part is clear to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone has done it. We'll move on to the next portion.
Yes.
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, done.
Okay. Now, the next portion we have tells us that now we saw in the previous sessions what's a semicircle. Okay, it's the half circular portion of a circle. Right, basically the half part of this circle. So it is said that angles in a semicircle are right angles. Okay, if we make angles in a semicircle, they are right angles. Now look carefully at this diagram. This is my semicircle. Okay, I have my semicircle and I have my center point. Oh, okay. Now what we'll do, we'll take 2 points, two opposite points on the semicircle. Let's take a point here C and one point we'll take here D. Okay. Now we will join these points. That's your chord in the middle, okay, with your diameter corners like this. Why we are doing this? To make an angle, okay? We are doing this to make an angle. So we have a triangle and here also we will join it. Okay. Now let's name this point A point and this is B point. Okay, what we did in a semicircle, we made two triangles, okay, or we took 2 points C and D, okay, and joined them with A and B points, okay, so that we got two triangles. In these triangles, we have two angles, okay, we've got this angle C and this angle D. Okay, now both these angles will be 90 degrees because it is a property that says that angle in a semicircle is a right angle. Okay, the angles made in a semicircle are right angles. Okay, can you see these two triangles are right angle triangles? These triangles are forming at right angles. So we have angle ADB, ADB equals to angle, and both of these angles are also equal to each other because both are 90 degrees. ACB equals to 90 degrees. Okay, now what if we do the same thing below as well? If we mark 2 points here, let's name it D and B. Okay, again join them. So again, the angles that are forming here will also be 90-degree angles. Okay, this will be angle ATB, angle ATB equal to angle BBA, BBA, which is also 90 degrees. Okay, so if we have the angles made with a triangle in all four, in both the semicircles, all of these angles will be equal to each other, that is 90 degrees. So we can write angle ADB equals to angle ACB equals to angle ADB equals to angle BBA, which is 90 degrees.
Ma'am, you can write as AVB.
What did you wrote?
Oh,
Okay, so this is a property. If the question comes for you to prove that angle in a semicircle is a right angle, okay, you can draw these two triangles and show that how the angles made will be 90 degrees. Okay.
What's the name?
You said something, Samir?
What's the name of this property?
What's the name of this property? It's not mentioned, but it's just called that you can say angles in a semicircle property, or that angles in a semicircle is a right angle.
Ma'am, what about the angle in the middle? Will that have a fixed, like a fixed angle?
What angles, Abraham?
Ma'am, what about the two angles in the middle? Angle D, and there's a point, and then C, and T, there's a point, and then V.
These angles, you
Yes.
mean?
And the one opposite to them.
The ones I've marked in red, are we talking about that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Abraham, we do not consider these, okay? We do not consider these angles while we are seeing the angles in the semicircle. Okay, we'll consider the angles which are formed by the triangles. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
by the triangles.
No, I was asking, like, how angles in a semicircle are 90 degrees, as these angles have, these angles have a fixed rate, degree.
I couldn't hear the last part. Can you repeat?
Ma'am, are these angles at a fixed degree?
At a fixed what? At a fixed see, the 90-degree is fixed, okay, in any kind of circles, okay, any size, all right, any size circles, any measure of circles, it does not change, okay. The 90-degree angle that are forming in the circle will remain 90 degrees, okay, because the triangles are right triangles. All the, like, even if it's a small circle or a big circle, the angles will be of 90 degrees, okay, because right angle triangles will be forming in the semicircles, okay, so that remains the same. It's fixed, 90 degrees fixed. What about the other angles? You can measure the angle DAB and DBA. Okay, and then you can also measure the other two angles of ACP. Like after this class, check out the measures of the other angles of the semicircle, of the triangle in the semicircle. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
if we are able to get D and C and T and V line up in the circle and have them at equal distance, and then we plotted out the angles, ma'am, would we get all of them the same?
Till we get all of them the same, try this out and check today. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Make it and check. Then we'll be able to know. All right. Yes. Now, let's do one last portion. I'm going to erase this. I'm having a circle. Mark a center point O in it. Okay. Now, draw any two chords, okay, in the circle. We'll draw any two chords in the circle. Don't draw the diameter.
Draw two segments, you said, right?
Chords, I said. Chords. Okay. Name them. Let's name this AB. Okay. And CD. I have two chords in my circle. AB and CD. Now, draw two perpendiculars from on these chords from O point. Draw two perpendiculars on both of these chords from point O. Renaming it M and N. Okay, so on the chord AB, I have the perpendicular OM, and on the chord CD, I have the perpendicular ON. Okay, now measure all of them. Measure AB and CD, measure your chords. Then measure the perpendiculars. Then measure OM and ON. And tell me the measure. First measure the chords and tell me. Done measuring.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Have you noticed? Have you noticed that if I have AB and CD, which one is greater in your measurement? CD.
CD.
CD is
Yes.
great.
And if you are measuring the perpendiculars OM and ON, which one is greater?
OM is greater.
OM is greater. Right. So, what does this tell us? What does this tell us? That in a circle, longer chord is nearer to the center, or that longer chord is closer to the center. Okay. Now, what does this exactly means, and why did we do this activity particularly? These perpendicular lines that we drew in red, okay, are showing the distance of both the chords from the center. Okay, these are showing the distance of both the chords from the center. Which is the longer chord in this, AB or CD?
CD.
CD, right? Yes, CD is the longer chord. So CD will have the shorter distance. ON, you can see, okay, is the shorter distance here. Okay, because CD is closer to the O point, to the center point. Okay, CD is closer to the center point. Longer chord is nearer to center of the circle. This is also why the diameter is the longest chord. Okay, this is also why the diameter is the longest chord because the diameter is passing right through the center. Okay, that is, if you are drawing a chord that is passing through your center point, will be the longest chord. Okay, that's your diameter. But if you draw any chord that is a little further far away from the center point, that keeps on getting smaller. Okay, now take a look at, suppose I have drawn a chord here. Okay, but I have drawn a chord, then I've drawn a chord here, and then I have drawn a chord here. Okay, so this is the shortest. Okay, because it is the most further away from the center point. This is slightly longer, okay, because it is a little closer. And this one is the longest, okay. This one is the longest because it's passing right through the center. Yes,
Now, diameter is the longest chord and always passes through the O point.
yes, always passes to the O point. Now, this is clear to you, the diagram and the explanation. Okay, so it comes that proof that the longer chord is nearer to the center of the circle. Okay, so you can prove it like this. Okay, you can use this figure. Okay, you can use this figure. You can draw two chords, make perpendiculars on them. Okay, and show that the chord which is closer will have the lesser perpendicular distance from the center. Okay, the chord that is closer to the center will have the lesser perpendicular distance from the center. Okay, any doubts till now?
No.
No.
Okay, so let us be finished with this chapter.
You
Circles
finished?
chapter. Yes, we have finished with the circles chapter.
What is
Okay, what is the homework? Just give me 1 minute. Try 14.1 and the exercise. Okay, we have only 14.1 and the exercise question. Okay, so two exercises are there. Practice them in the next 2 days. Okay, today do the index questions 14.1. Tomorrow you can practice the exercise. Okay, and we'll be practicing. We'll discuss the paper, chapter 6 tomorrow. Tomorrow science test is there, math class is there, yes. So we'll be discussing the 6th chapter. Okay, and if you all want, we can practice some more questions from 6th chapter. All right. About the math test of ratio and proportion, probably this Friday. Okay, I'll update it in the group today. Okay. Okay, then that's all for the math class today. See you all tomorrow. Bye. Matrix and
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Okay, Abraham and I are Simeon. 2 minutes break, and then please come back for the science. Okay, we are starting right now. Please turn on your cameras. I hope you all can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. Nana Abraham, cameras on, please. Now, we finished with this chapter, that is natural resources 2. We talked about biological resources. We have finished biological resources. Right now, I have an activity for you. Okay. Draw a food chain with minimum of 5 organisms. Okay. Two things for you all to try out. Food chain with minimum of 5 organisms. Okay. And then please do one more. Okay, do it right now, and then we'll be discussing. Okay, draw a food web. Food web. Okay, I have explained you all what is a food web. So make a food chain, okay, with minimum of 5 organisms, and then make a food web, and then we'll be discussing it. Okay, you can start doing it right now.
We have to do both right now, ma'am.
Yes, both.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, Abraham. Just a second.
Ma'am,
Yes. What is it? Can you explain your food thing and your food web, Abraham?
ma'am, I'm not taking the help of Google and for like, no, I didn't research the entire food chain, but to see what animal eats what. Because I didn't.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, that's all right. If you just check what animals you can put in, then it's okay. You can show it on the camera and then you can explain it, okay? Your food chain and your food web.
Ma'am, do we have to draw the animals as well?
No, not necessarily. If you are using simple animals and you can draw, then you can.
Ma'am,
Or
did we have to
else,
draw the
or
animal?
no, not necessarily. Okay, it's up to you. If you are using easy animals, okay, like a plant, a worm, and all that, then you can draw, okay, but not necessarily. Even if you just write the names, it's okay. Okay, this is a food chain. You drew the animals, Abraham.
Yes, ma'am, I think we have to draw the animal.
Okay.
So first,
It,
because there's a flower, so the fly takes nectar from the flower, and the frog eats the fly, then the snake eats the frog, and then the eagle eats the snake.
okay. It's good, Abraham. Very
Then to
nice.
my food web, a cow, a horse, a goat, a buffalo, all eat grass, and they're all eaten by a wolf.
Can you repeat the food web? Can you repeat the food web once again? You have cow, horse, goat, buffalo. All of it will eat the grass. That's what you've made? Okay. Okay, Abraham. Good. Well done. Abraham, now just go through the 16 chapter sound. Okay, see, as tomorrow you are having the test of it, go through it and see if you're having any problem or any doubt in it, okay? Simeon and Naya, have you all done with the food chain and food web?
Then actually, I have a question for
I'm
14.
still doing, ma'am. Just give me a minute.
Still doing. Okay. All right.
It
Yes,
says,
Simeon.
ma'am, I cannot find the results in the group.
1 second, Abraham. 1 second. Okay. I can see. Is it the food web? Yes, I can see your food chain. Simeon, I can see the food web. Now, can you tell us about it?
In the food web, grass, it all starts from grass. Grass is eaten by weed, termites, and ants. Termites are eaten by ants. Weeds are also eaten by ants. Then man eats termites. Man is eaten by a lion. Then there's an anteater which is eaten by a lion. And then there's an anteater which is eaten by a wolf rat. And wolf rat is eaten by a leopard. And anteater is eaten by leopard. And ants are eaten by anteater. And wolf rat is eaten by a lion. And wolf rat eats termites and ants.
Okay. All right. Termites were eaten by man. Okay. Maybe at some places they
Yeah,
do.
because we went to Thailand and there we saw they had roasted cockroaches and termites and they were selling it. And see, some people were buying it and eating it.
Okay.
They
All
even
right.
had
Yes.
scorpions there,
Mm-hmm.
roasted scorpions.
Yes. Oh, okay. So yeah, at some places across the world, people are eating. Okay. And what about your food chain, Samir? Can you tell about that too?
Food chain was grass is eaten by termites, which is eaten by an anteater, which is eaten by a leopard, which is eaten by a python, which is eaten by a lion.
Okay, python is eaten by a lion. Okay. All right. Good, Samir. Well done. Okay, Abraham. Can you, yes, what doubt were you having, Abraham? You can ask.
I have two doubts. Now, I cannot find the 15 chapter test results, and neither could I find the 14 chapter test results.
In science or maths?
Science, ma'am.
In maths,
Science.
science. Um, Let me see.
And I wanted to know if it's corrected or if it's not corrected.
What is the 15th chapter? Yes, we didn't took, I didn't took the force, friction, and motion test right now because I wanted to give you a little more time to prepare for it. Okay, like a week. It's a big chapter, so I'll be giving you all a week to prepare the movable objects, force, friction, motion, pressure, a lot of things it has. Okay, so that is why I haven't given the test. I took the sound test before it, okay? Because this is a big chapter and I'll be giving you good time to prepare, okay? A week to prepare it. Also, haven't I shared the 14th chapter test results?
No, ma'am.
Magnets?
Can you check on the group for me because I cannot find
No,
anything.
you didn't. You shared the math test result, but you didn't share.
Oh, okay. Okay. It may have missed me. So I will share it, okay? Probably by today or highest by tomorrow, I'll share the magnetic current, magnet and electric current chapter results with you. Okay. Thank you for reminder. I'll be sharing it. Okay. Probably by today itself. All right. 14th chapter. Then the 15th chapter test I'll be taking after the 16th chapter is done, so that you can have more time to prepare for it. Okay. And also, we'll be starting with, I'll be doing half yearly papers with you. Okay, with half yearly tests, that is combined tests of like 3 to 4 chapters. I'll be taking a combined test of it. Okay, we'll begin from the starting. All right. Also, I plan to take a diagram test. Okay, I got this idea. Tell me how is it of the biology of those chapters, the respiration and all that. I think it's third and fourth chapter.
That's the hardest, ma'am.
Yes,
I don't
but all the
think
since
nice.
all the diagrams are important.
Especially the third and fourth chapter.
And that's the only
Yes,
chapter in science that I don't like.
only diagrams and only the it's the fourth and the fifth chapter or the third and fourth, I think so.
One by
Yeah,
law, two.
yeah, third and fourth. We can have a test on diagrams. Fourth is the biological processes one, and then fifth is we have biological processes two in um yes reproduction. So we can have these
I haven't
tests.
done my future and with the future.
Ma'am,
We're done with the footwear. Okay. Yes, Abraham.
ma'am, this chapter, ma'am, will we be taking a combined test of this because we have already taken one of fourth and fifth combined test.
Yes, we took one combined test. One more combined test I will be taking. Okay. All right. Because I want you all to like really be able to do the answers well for these chapters since these chapters are really important in the point of view of the bigger questions. Like lengthy questions will mostly be coming from such chapters, okay? All the topics are important from the reproduction, from the biological processes. We can keep a test of it. We can keep a test of the diagrams too. One test will keep all the diagrams. So in that test also, questions will come in different manner. Like suppose a diagram is given to you, you will be doing the labeling, okay? Or a part of a diagram will be given, you have to identify that which part of what diagram it is, okay? Or you have to make the diagram itself, okay? Or you have to, or the diagram is given, you have to explain which process is there, okay? Like that, I'll be making that paper, okay? So I'll plan these tests out. I'll be giving you good time for the half yearly papers. In between that, we can revise the chapters itself. Okay, like suppose we are having test of the third, fourth, fifth chapter. So until the test is there, we can revise. We can do a revision of the third, fourth, and fifth chapter in class itself. All right. So it will be beneficial for all of you. Now, any doubts?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we'll do
Yes.
all of this once we complete the 21st chapter, right? After that, right, ma'am?
We'll be starting with the tests, okay? And I think after that we'll be doing 21st chapter because it's a simple chapter. We can take it, okay? We can take that chapter later on. It's the disposal of wastes. But right now I want to start with your test series again, okay? Half yearly tests. We'll plan activities also. Don't worry. In the middle, I think I'll be planning another quiz, okay? A diagram test and the half yearly tests as well. All right. So it will go on that way. I'll make a planner, okay? That every week what are we going to do, what tests will be there and all that, and I'll share that with you. Now let's see what food chain Anaya has made. Okay. Yes, Anaya, you can show it and then you can explain that. Because of the blur, I cannot really see it.
Yeah, I'm just removing it.
Yeah.
This is a food chain.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen it.
It is grass, which is eaten by a grasshopper, which is eaten by a frog, which is eaten by a python, which is eaten by an eagle. And then the amoeba is this one.
Okay. Can you tell about it?
So it's like a plant which is eaten by a grasshopper. And the grasshopper is eaten by a bird, and the bird is eaten by a fox. And the plant is also eaten by a squirrel, which is eaten by a fox. And the bird is eaten by an eagle. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
All
squirrels
right.
usually eat fruits?
What did you say, Simeon, again?
Don't squirrels eat fruits?
Don't squirrel eat fruit. They
And
do.
there's
They
one
do.
gray African squirrel which eats meat also.
Oh, okay. All right. Squirrels, they eat fruit. They eat nuts. Okay. Simeon squirrel eats meat also.
Ma'am, I was thinking of putting it as wolf is eaten by a lion, which is eaten by a tiger, which is eaten by a cheetah, which is eaten by a leopard. I decided ma'am will make me draw it again. So I won't do that.
Yes, we can not really put all of those like one after the other. Not so many. Okay. Yes. So it's good. Like your food chain, food web is good. Now, I hope you all understand how we draw a food chain, how we make a food web. Okay, if the question comes that draw a food web, what is a food web? Draw a food web. Sometimes such questions will come. Okay, so you can now easily draw. You can explain what is a food web or a food chain, and you can draw them. Okay. So anything else regarding the test or the sound chapter? The ear diagram I'll be sharing in the group today. Okay, study it. All right. You can mark the three parts: outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. Okay, in that I'll be sharing a simple diagram. Okay, a simpler diagram in which you can mark the parts, the eardrum, the ear canal, and all of that. Okay, study about how the hearing process takes place. What are vibrations? How how are we able to hear the sound? Okay, till what frequency can we hear? Then study about what is noise pollution, how is it caused, how can it be controlled, and all that too. Go through the chapter, study well. Okay. Anything else that you want to ask regarding anything? Okay. Abraham, Samir, anything? Okay. Okay, then we'll stop now and we'll meet in the next class tomorrow.